Okay, so welcome to my winter solstice. We've already talked a little bit about the different cycles of the earth and of ceremony, and just the fact that shamans do ceremony. If you don't know who I am, I'm Eve Crow, and I want to share a little bit about what we're going to do tonight, and then we're just going to dive in. I think it's more important to experience ceremonies and to experience journeys than to do a lot of heady talking type of energy and frequency that you can get if you read a book or go onto YouTube and listen to a documentary. So I really like to just dive in and make anything that I do very magical and very adventurous for people. So let's claim right now a positive, adventurous evening in our solstice. And for those of you that are watching another time, in shamanism, we follow the belief that time and space is an illusion. And so you could watch this solstice 5 years from now, but you would still capture the frequency of what I'm giving out and with everyone that's with me right now, because time and space is an illusion. We hear that all the time, but that really means that it doesn't really matter if it's morning, afternoon, the next year. You can still connect in with the spirit of this solstice. And there are other solstices on my website under my recorded page if you want to visit other ones as well, if you're thirsty for different ways to have ceremonies amongst the solstice and equinox. Okay, so I'm going to start with a little smudging. I know a lot of people use sage and Palo Santo, and I like sage too, but I also like copal. And copal either comes in a resin that you can put on a charcoal and burn it, or now you can find it in an incense stick. And there's really just one specific kind that really is the resin of copal. It's not, doesn't have other fragrances, and it's the real deal. And so I'm just gonna light it, and walking the talk of time and space being an illusion, you're gonna feel the clearing wherever you are. So just close your eyes and imagine that these beautiful feathers and the copal is just moving in and around you, cleansing and purifying your body, releasing all anxiety, worry, fear, lack consciousness, lack of love, lack of money, whatever the ego is kicking up for you today, just let it go. Imagine you could feel sister wind on your cheek and the wind from my feathers. You can smell the copal, and imagining that it's cleansing you head to toe, and it's cleansing your entire body. Good. Now I'm going to put it out. And as I put the copal out, I want you to just take some deep breaths, deep cleansing breaths in, exhaling out. Another deep cleansing breath in, exhaling out. Make a sound. Good. Gonna sing a song. Shamans sing, shamans hum. Songs are very powerful for bringing you into a shamanic state of consciousness, for awakening your soul, letting go of your day and your thoughts, and just moving into this beautiful place. So let me grab my hawk drum. This is one of my songs that I created when I was out hiking one day. I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the wind, I am the stars, I am the earth, I am the sea, I am a willow tree. Deep inside of me Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. I am raven, I am crow, I am hawk, I am eagle, I am wolf, I am coyote. Ahe, 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 ahe. 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 Okay. So today for the solstice, I lit a fire outside at my fire pit. And I noticed that I went into a deep space. I was connecting in with the spirit of the solstice and asked several questions. What do I need to do to become even more connected to the earth? How can I feel balanced with the earth? And I was given some messages and I was grateful. And I connected in with the sun and the stars that I know are coming out soon, the mountains, the trees, the winged ones. And all of a sudden, all of these songbirds came and they just flocked and landed right on a tree where I was sitting. And they look like the same birds that come to my cafe every morning. I call it Eve's Cafe. So every morning I open my sliding glass door. I don't use a bird feeder anymore. And I'll tell you why. The bird feeder, you have to kind of look, it's around the corner. And what I'm doing now is I'm just tossing the bird food right on the ground. I open the sliding glass door, and they come over, and I get to see them every time I walk by. When I'm sitting in my chair, when I'm on Zoom doing sessions, they're eating for hours. And it's really magical cat TV for my cats. They just sit really low at the window, and it's so powerful. But I realize that they've come to rely on me for their food source. And that's why I call it Eve's Cafe. So when they showed up today, I telepathically asked them, I said, do you want some food? And they said, is the cafe open? And I said, yes. And I went inside and threw out some bird food. And if you think about it, birds are part of our power animals, part of a shamanic practice. Usually you have a power animal, you're working with birds in all different ways, you're calling in the spirits of the East. And so what I realized is that as I'm feeding them every morning, I'm saving them from going out and having to fly around and look for bird feeders and dig into the earth and pull up worms. Could you imagine if that's how you had to get food? We go to cafes and restaurants and pubs and stores, grocery stores, and the winged ones do not have it that easy. So I love having Eve's Cafe, and I want to invite you to do something like that to honor the birds and to make it easy for them so that the ones that are around throughout the winter months, that they'll stick around and they'll come visit you every day and they'll serenade you with their beautiful songs. And so that's my solstice story for today. We're going to do a journey in a couple of minutes, and we're going to journey to the spirit of the solstice. And in shamanism, you're always journeying to the spirit of something, the spirit of winter, the spirit of spring, the spirit of the summer. It's important to journey to the spirit of whatever cycle is going on, because there's always wisdom to be gleaned from the spirits. And it's also a way of honoring traditions, asking the spirit of the solstice, what do I need to know about the next couple of months as we go into calling in more light now? Or if you're experiencing winter right now, how can I enjoy winter more? How can I get outside, and what can I do when I go outside to enjoy winter more? And I say this because I was living on the East Coast for a couple of years, and in the winter it was freezing. I did live near the beach, so I wore snow pants and I put heat warmers in my boots and in my gloves, and I wore hat and glove, everything. I was just bundled up, and I would go every day, no matter what the weather was doing. I would drive to the ocean and I would walk, I would talk to the spirit of the ocean, and I would sit down because I was warm enough. I was all bundled up. I would sit down most days right on the sand. And if the sun was out, I would lay in the sun. And it's so important when it's cold out and when the weather isn't really that great to still get out into nature. It's easy to just get caught up on your electronics and to just be glued to them. And it's just not healing and nourishment for your soul. It's so important for your soul to stay healed and connected to the elements for your own peace of mind and strength. So today we're going to do a journey to the spirit of solstice, and you're going to ask the spirit of solstice, what do I need to know about the next month? How can I stay balanced and thriving in the next month? How can I bring in more light? Because the solstice is about then calling in light after today. What else can I do to call in light? And when you journey to the spirit of the solstice, just imagine what the spirit looks or feels like. It might be a part of the earth. It might be a tree. It might be the sun. It might be a snowflake. There's no right or wrong. And that's what I love about shamanism. It's direct revelation. You just journey to the spirit of it. Whatever message you get, you trust. That's my message. And you start following through with it. And then you watch your life change because you're getting wisdom and guidance from earth elements. It's very powerful. So I'm going to just share. I'll probably drum for 10 minutes and you'll hear this drum beat, the usual shamanic drum beat. And you're going to journey out of the front door or wherever you are. If you're in your car, you're outside, just go a little bit away from where you are right now and ask your power animal or your higher self. If you're connected to your power animal, ask your power animal. If you don't know who your power animal is yet, we'll do that another time. And you can just journey and ask your higher self, the highest part of your wisdom, would you bring me to the spirit of the solstice? I would love to meet the spirit of the solstice. And then just imagine that you can fly or walk or get on a magic carpet, whatever happens with you and your guide, and you're going to go to the spirit of solstice. Thank it. Thank you. Make sure to always say thank you first, because if it weren't for this day we're calling the solstice, all of these people wouldn't be doing ceremonies. So many people are coming together today, doing ceremonies and rituals and prayers and meditations, all because it's the solstice. How beautiful is that? That this one cycle ignites so much passion for so many people. So first say thank you, Spirit of Solstice. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for creating world peace today. And then asking the Spirit of Solstice, how may I enjoy the next month and the winter if you're in winter months? Some of you may not be right now. You may ask, how may I enjoy the season that I'm in the next 3 months? And just notice the first thing that you get, images that pop into your head, different words you may see, and that's your message. It's really that easy. And when the drum beat changes, I'll prompt you to come back, okay? So before we do that, I always call in the direction. Sometimes I rattle, sometimes I drum. I'm gonna drum today. Creator, Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Father Sky, thank you for being present for this solstice celebration and this solstice journey. I welcome and greet the spirits of the East, all of the winged ones, Raven, Crow, Hawk, Eagle, Sister Wind, Brother Wind. Thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for keeping our planet warm, growing our crops, committing to us. We know exactly what time you'll rise and set all over the world. Beautiful, beautiful sun and spirit of fire. Thank you. Thank you, spirits of the West. We thank Bear, who lies in the West, for creating perfect order. Thank you, Bear, for aligning our chakras, our meridians, our spine, our organs, our hormones, our digestion. Thank you for holding everyone in this journey so that they feel as though they're receiving a bear hug. We also thank the spirits of the West, the spirits of water, spirits of the rivers, the creeks, the lakes, the ponds, the vast ocean. Thank you, beautiful spirits of water, for merging with the waters in our bodies and cleansing and purifying the waters in our bodies. Thank you, spirits of the north, the tree spirits, the standing ones, the power of the mountains, the cloud people, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the wild and domestic animals. Thank you for your presence. And thank you, Mother Earth, for holding space as we walk your earth each day. And now we thank the spirit of our soul that lives inside of us. Thanking the spirit of your soul, just putting your hands on your heart. Thanking the spirit of yourself and your soul. Thank you. Thank you for committing to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So we're going to do our journey now. I'd like you to just start getting into a very deep space, a relaxed space. Turn off all electronics except for this one. If you're not muted, please mute yourself so that everyone can concentrate. And you can close your eyes, you can sit up, you can lay down. Some shamans stand when they do journeys. So let's just do some deep breaths. Deep cleansing breath in, hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly. Good. Breathing in again. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. One more time. Deep cleansing breath in. Hold your breath. Fill up with light. Exhale slowly. Good. And now you're going to state your intention 3 times. My intention, and I'll be drumming for you, is to journey to connect in with my higher self, angel, or power animal, whatever feels right to you, and to journey and to connect with the spirit of the solstice, and to ask the spirit of the solstice, what can I do to feel balanced over the next month or 2? Show me what I can do. And again, allow yourself to receive any pictures, any images, any thoughts, words, anything that pops into your head. I need to hike more. I need to get outside more. I need to go outside and light a fire. That was the message I got this morning. Get outside this afternoon. It's going to be warm. Light a nice fire, lay in the sun, and talk to the spirit of solstice. Talk to your guides and angels. Connect in for strength. It's so strengthening when we get out into nature. Okay, so we're going to journey for about 10 minutes. Here we go. Okay, so don't come back yet. I want you to stay where you are with the spirit of the solstice. And I'd like you to ask the spirit of the solstice to create a beautiful bonfire. Thank you for creating a beautiful bonfire. And imagine that you're sitting and standing in front of a bonfire. And you can hear it popping and crackling and feeling the roar of the fire, seeing the orange and yellow flames with blue and green tips, smelling the smoke. And I'd like you to imagine that your higher self gives you a branch of rosemary. And you take the branch of rosemary in the middle of this journey, in this ceremony. You take the branch of rosemary, beautiful rosemary coming from the earth. I'd like you to hold the rosemary. Imagine you're holding it in your hand. And I'd like you to place everything you'd like to let go of, everything that creates darkness for you, worries or fears about yourself, your loved one, your pets, parents, family, money, health. Hold that rosemary and just put all of that energy, all of that worry and fear, sadness and grief. Let the rosemary take it for you. And imagine that you're tossing the rosemary into the fire and listen to it pop and crackle as it burns. And imagine that you can see the rosemary just burning and dissolving away as metaphor for your issues and feelings, just burning and dissolving away so you can get back to the blissful self that you are. Good. Imagine the rosemary is completely burned. It's turned to ash. And now allow the light of the fire to come in and to fill up any empty spaces where the pain and suffering, worry and fear, body pain, wherever it was. Allow the light to come in and fill up all of those empty spaces where you just let go, so that you're so filled up with the light of the fire, which is an extension of the sun. You're filled up. The right and left hemispheres of your brain are filled with light. Your scalp, your neck, your spine. Imagine the light of the sun just cascading down the spine, going right into the entire back, filling it with light. Your shoulders are relaxed and filled with light. Your buttocks, the back of your legs, the back of the knees, the calves, the ankles, all filled with beautiful light, lighting up and energizing your body, allowing the light to move underneath the feet. Good. On top of the feet, into each toe. The light goes into the shins, the front of the knees, the quads, the reproductive area, the prostate, the colon. Allow the light to light up the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, the pancreas. All of these areas could be where you were holding some of your pain and suffering. We're lighting everything up to replenish you. Your stomach, your chest, your arms, elbows, wrists, and hands are filled with great, great light. You are the light of the universe. Breathing in, exhaling out. Good. And imagine that around your body, there's a sphere of light in your auric field. So much light is around the body. And the auric field is the first place where disease hits. So if you're filling up your physical body and your auric field with light, you're less likely to have disease get into the body. It usually comes into the auric field. We're cleaning out your aura right now. Good. And now your auric field is cleansed with sun's beams and rays. Filling up, feeling as though you're expanding exponentially. You're open and spacious, creating a magnificent outcome for yourself, feeling your brilliance. And just imagining you're thanking the fire. And now I'm going to do a drum beat to call you back, and you're going to retrace your steps and come back with whichever guide you went with. And imagine you're coming back right into your body. Okay, and now getting grounded back in your body, roll your shoulders, putting your first finger and thumb together on each hand for grounding. Bending your knees if you're standing up like me, or if you're sitting down, just rolling your ankles. Good. Coming fully back. Good. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful solstice ceremony with the drumming and singing. And before we go, though, we're going to do a song. I'd like you to imagine that you're holding hands with me. I circle around the boundaries of the earth. I circle around the boundaries of the earth, wearing my long wing feathers as I fly, wearing my long wing feathers as I fly. I circle around the boundaries of the earth. Beautiful.